The Salem courtroom gasps as Johnny DiMera, the young and troubled heir to the DiMera legacy, took his seat beside his defense attorney. Accused of attempting to murder his own father, E.J. DiMera, Johnny's future hung precariously in the balance. The case seemed straightforward initially, but those who knew Salem knew better than to trust surface appearances. Johnny sat anxiously, eyes shifting nervously, aware that many believed he pulled the trigger. Yet, he also knew the truth was far more complicated. Across from him, his aunt, Belle Black, prepared to prosecute, a strange twist of fate given her deep family ties. The first witness, Mayor Paulina Price, took the stand with conviction, recalling vividly Johnny's angry words, "My father deserved it." Her statement sent ripples through the courtroom, seemingly sealing Johnny's fate. But the prosecution had a surprise witness, one whose appearance on the stand caused audible gasps. Rachel Black, the young daughter of Kristen DiMera and Brady Black. Rachel was terrified. Her testimony might send Johnny, someone she cared deeply about, straight to prison. Rachel trembled as Belle approached gently, asking the dreaded question, "Rachel, what happened next?" The courtroom fell silent. Rachel's memory blurred, causing confusion and anxiety. Suddenly, a flash of memory overtook her. Standing in the doorway, the DiMera mansion dimly lit, E.J. and Johnny locked in heated confrontation. Fear gripped Rachel as the scene played vividly in her mind. But as she struggled to articulate her memories, whispers started circulating. Could Rachel herself hold the key to this sinister mystery? In a corner of the courtroom, Marlena Evans sat quietly, watching the proceedings carefully. Belle, noticing her mother's oddly calm demeanor amidst chaos, felt suspicion rise within her. Marlena clearly knew something critical she wasn't sharing. As whispers intensified, the courtroom drama escalated. E.J. DiMera, ever the calculating strategist, declared loudly that Belle had a conflict of interest. He hinted at hidden truths, but the judge allowed the trial to continue, determined to unveil the reality behind the shooting. Kristen DiMera watched nervously, clutching her necklace tightly, tension clear on her face. She felt deep within her heart that her daughter Rachel was hiding something significant, something Rachel herself might not even consciously recall. Meanwhile, whispers emerged that Leo Stark, the notorious Salem gossip columnist, had been bribed, possibly by E.J. himself, to muddy the waters. Leo's cryptic columns hinted at scandal, casting shadows of doubt on Johnny's guilt, suggesting that someone else entirely could have pulled the trigger. Belle, increasingly troubled by her mother Marlena's secrecy, finally confronted her privately. "Mom, do you know who really shot E.J.?" Marlena, hesitant yet compassionate, finally revealed what she suspected. Rachel herself had fired the gun, blocking out the memory in a desperate attempt to cope with the trauma. Armed with this devastating revelation, Belle called Marlena to testify. Marlena reluctantly shared her professional opinion, stating that Rachel had likely repressed the memory due to extreme distress. The courtroom erupted into chaos. Rachel broke down in tears, asking her mother, "Kristen, what if Johnny goes to jail because of me?" The climax arrived swiftly when the judge, compelled by Marlena's testimony, ordered hypnosis to uncover Rachel's suppressed memories. The tension in the room was palpable as Rachel, now hypnotized, vividly recalled grabbing the gun amidst chaos, the accidental firing, and then seeing E.J. collapse. The sobbing young girl was immediately comforted by Kristen, yet her mother's horror was apparent. In an emotional moment, the judge dismissed charges against Johnny and turned attention to Rachel. Rachel was gently taken into custody, the law compelled to investigate thoroughly. But what now? Given Rachel's young age and emotional turmoil, the legal system faced a delicate decision. Would Rachel face juvenile detention, or would Kristen bear responsibility, possibly facing charges herself for negligence or obstruction? Salem, always a town of twists and secrets, now awaited anxiously. Kristen vowed fiercely to protect her daughter at all costs. Marlena prepared to advocate for Rachel's fragile state of mind, while Johnny, now vindicated but shaken, sought reconciliation with his estranged father. The E.J. DiMera shooting had exposed deep wounds, tested family loyalties, and reminded everyone in Salem that sometimes the truth was far more painful and complicated than any lie. As the courtroom emptied, leaving only unanswered questions and broken hearts, Salem braced itself once again for the uncertain future ahead. Rachel Black's fate in the shooting of E.J. DiMera has sparked intense controversy in Salem, but no one denies that this is a tragedy involving an innocent child. From both legal and psychological perspectives, Rachel may face various outcomes, but the biggest question remains: who will protect her when the whole world is pointing fingers? Kristen DiMera, with the fierce love of a mother, will stop at nothing to protect her daughter. Despite her many past mistakes, in this moment, she becomes a warrior. Kristen will call on lawyers, old friends, and even use the influence of the DiMera family to ensure Rachel is treated with compassion and fairness. Brady Black, Rachel's biological father, who has long clashed with Kristen over custody issues, now finds himself aligned with her. Brady deeply loves Rachel and realizes that his daughter's psychological well-being is more important than any past arguments. He will work together with Kristen and leverage every legal and media connection he has to seek justice for their child. On the psychological front, Rachel is likely to be placed in a treatment program rather than face criminal charges. Children suffering from severe trauma and temporary memory loss are often granted special considerations by the court. Marlena Evans, with her extensive experience as a psychiatrist, may propose a therapeutic approach for Rachel instead of incarceration. However, the court may still find Kristen culpable for allowing Rachel access to a weapon or for possibly concealing the truth. The family background and circumstances might be considered, but Kristen could still face prosecution depending on her level of involvement. In any scenario, it is highly likely that Rachel will appear in court through informal proceedings and be enrolled in long-term psychological treatment. Both parents must cooperate and put Rachel's needs above all personal conflicts. In the end, Rachel may avoid prison, but this incident will undoubtedly change her life forever.
All new Days of Our Lives, only on Peacock.